Romo, the subject of the newest episode of A Football Life presented by Brandt. You can see it premiere tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. I mean, take a look at this sneak peek.
Some people are like, hey, how do you feel you didn't have a Super Bowl, you didn't have this, or you didn't? And I'm like, are you kidding? I'm the luckiest guy who's ever walked. That's how I feel.
He had that gunslinger mentality.
Stays on his feet, throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Tony Romo was a quarterback who would bring you out of your seat.
He throws it deep.
It's like a piece of you just gets ripped apart that day.
Tony Romo, welcome. Tony sees it like that, and that's what you have to have on live television.
I just can't imagine there being a better word than gratitude. I wake up in the morning just being like, thank you.
Tony Romo, A Football Life. Check it out on NFL Network tonight. Big Friday plans for me watching that, Will Selva.
Well, it's going to be my plans as well. As soon as I'm done here, though, I still have to finish. There was an Erykah Badu sample as well on the Wheezy album. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
there with Snoop.
Call Tyrone.
It's awesome. Yeah. So I need to finish that up, and then I'm going to watch the Tony Romo Football Life. Meanwhile, from now on, Aaron Rodgers' new motto will be R-E-H-A-B. That's the only thing he can do because of his knee injury. He's only practiced the last 2 Saturdays, which is usually a light session. However, a good sign for the Packers as Rodgers was a limited participant on Thursday for the first time since injuring said knee. He has played every snap the last 2 games, but head coach Mike McCarthy calling it different anytime a quarterback doesn't practice. A welcome sight for the Falcons as running back Devontae Freeman returned to practice Thursday on a limited basis after suffering a knee injury in Week 1 against the Eagles. The offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian says Freeman brings the energy and juice to the Falcons. That he does. Now some bad news for Broncos tight end Jake Butt. He tore his ACL during a non-contact walkthrough practice on Thursday. Butt will miss the rest of the season. He missed his rookie season with a torn ACL in his right knee suffered during the Orange Bowl while at Michigan. In Week 3, we saw Ryan Fitzpatrick throw a touchdown to tight end Cameron Brate, a fellow Harvard alum. And that prompted them to break out a little Harvard touchdown celebration. Well, Fitzmagic asked about it by reporters on Thursday, and let's just say he wasn't overly proud of it.
Yeah, that one was lame, and I always do it in practice to Cam, and, you know, he was like, we're not really doing that during the game, right? And I said, no, we're not doing that. So then when we both did it, and it was definitely like a lame Harvard celebration.
Is that an H we're forming there? Is that...
Yeah, what an H, a U, whatever you want it to be, but...
But you didn't know?
I don't, whatever that is.
I love his reaction to it, though. Thought it was dumb. Didn't like it. Wouldn't do it again, apparently. But they did get in practice. And listen, Kyle, you're an Ivy League guy. Do you agree? You probably do, right?
Did you make a P for Princeton?
No. People always have that wrong. I did not go to Princeton. For 4 years, I went to prison, guys. It's very, very different. I did not go to Princeton.
That's it.
Sorry. It was a rough patch in my life. Thank you. Thank you. Different hand signs there.
How they fare against the Bears in
Something you can't make.
4. Appreciate you, Will. We'll talk to you in just a little bit before we close out the hour. But there's something very special happening on this very network at 6 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Eastern every Friday, the network gives me a half hour to play. It's unbelievably fun. I have this show with this very dramatic promo of me walking down the hallway. What do you guys think of this, right?
Where are you here?
Oh, I'm downtown New York. There's Belichick coaching the Browns.
Studio 7A.
Hey, that's the big studio, Peter. That's the one. In fact, we don't really even have a studio. Our show's done in a control room. And it's not because they wouldn't give us one. We chose to do it and have unfettered access to any play ever. It's very well lit.
So
tonight on the show.
Any play, you can just play it.
Any play from any player ever, okay? Ever. And today, we're going to call up, we're going to get back into the greatest stiff arm debate we had on this show after Vance McDonald. If you could have any play in history tattooed on your body, what play would it be? I have a nickname for McVay and Goff. And, we got Alfred Papuno highlights. We got Don Beebe. We got Tampa Bay, Steve Young. We're going all, it's so fun. I mash buttons and we have fun.
Tampa Bay Steve Young means creamsicle uniform.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Is that what we're talking about?
We have a creamsicle uniform highlighted in Soldier Field. And everyone will love this. Everyone loved that Pat Mahomes throw in the back of the end zone, the rollout.
Right.
Great throw. But we're going to compare it frame by frame to another great quarterback in the 1960s to say who scored it better.
If I call you up and I say, I want Sam Congato right now, you'll give that to me?
Do you want Packers or Dolphins? We got them both. Which version?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we got all the Gatto.
Football Experience premiering tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Check it out and only